The last chance to stay alive in this series and this tournament.
A long way to go for FaZe to call themselves champions. Not only have they got to win 4 in a row, they've got to win another series against SSG. Penguin goes for the grapple. That is a funky observer glitch. Sure, if he just missed out on that to someone else with a grapple, but wherever that camo has gone, we'll find out in just a moment's time. I think power control is something that certainly that battle has been won by SSG so far in this series, Andy. We've seen multiple overshields in their hands.
I'm also just so impressed with the way that SSG is winning the power of battles, right? These aren't just, say, scrappy battles around the overshield or around the rockets. These are decisive battles where they have 2 or 3 dead on a very high percentage of power up and power weapon pops. And I personally cannot wait to go back and watch the VODs, because the way that they're getting the kills, the sidelines, the double teams, the teamwork, to consistently get power-ups and power weapons the way they are, I mean, it's really something to be marveled at, a lot to be proud of for SSG, and a lot to look at for other teams as well.
Yeah, I really like this play from Penguin as well. Still being aggressive with the sniper rifle in his hands, and also leaving that snipe side open so that all of the squad spawns are going to come in for FaZe with all of the players trapped. Now, if they pick up a couple of kills here, and all of a sudden, there's an avenue to run this flag either side. Frosty's going to be taken down. Snakebite has his ankles broken as well. Royal 2, last player alive. And all the confidence in the world with that challenge. But having overextended maybe means that Renegade spawns out, but Renegade should be dealt with as well. Stella picks up 2 on his way forward. And this is looking like it could be the... Oh, my goodness. It is going to be the first cap going to SSG.
Oh, my word. I'm talking about getting the perfect chain of kills there. Just the damage coming in across the board. He's not done yet. He's still doing it. Still alive in the back of the base. The cap goes in. He even starts another one.
I mean, Penguin is... I said he's playing some of the best Halo I've seen him play in a number of years, and he is playing phenomenal Halo right now. Stella overextending as well. Royal 2 will finally deal with him. Sniper rifles and camo popping up as well, but FaZe, I mean, what do you do right now? Penguin, Eco, Bound, Stella, everybody is playing in their A game.
That was unbelievable. Penguin was your last player alive, though, so maybe an opportunity as they get that kill now to push in. Flags will return, however, it's Renegade with a camo. Damage was minimal, however, Renegade gets neutralized right away. It's a great job from SSG to shut down the camo player.
And it's like another thing that just piles up the misery here for FaZe, right? It's we get the camo, we've done so well to get it away, and then you don't even get to use it. It gets sniffed out almost immediately. They do have some good map positioning here. Snakebite trying to be aggressive. Eco trapped at the back of the base. Frosty the POV, we're watching right now, but again, the timing's so unfortunate. Penguin just shows after he takes his reticle away, can't find any targets, and the frustrating thing here is that even though Frosty's picking up some kills, Stella's running that flag, so has to completely change the path that he was thinking about taking to re-challenge it. Surprise, surprise, there's Penguin with the sniper rifle.
Frosty tries to hit that shot. In the end, Renegade's going to come around the corner. Should be able to get this re based on the angles that we see on screen. Yeah, that flag will return without a doubt. Eco tries to... What the... Are you kidding me? How do you... In the last frame possible.
Like ridiculous. Like,
my God.
Actually ridiculous. I barely have the reaction time anymore to like press the snooze button on my alarm when it goes off in the morning. I just kind of stare at it for like an hour.
I've done that for a long time too. My God, 3 dead for FaZe. Renegade's your last player alive. Now on board with the Eco. Space Station just looking so strong in this game. And look at the kills on the board. Space Station sharing 6 kills apiece. And if that doesn't tell you the story of this tournament, I don't know what else does.
That is my reaction time actually, or if I'm just lazy. Probably the second one, let's be real.
Both, maybe, yeah.
I mean, FaZe at the moment, they can't afford to be lazy. 1-0 down in this game. We know how Argyle can play out as well. Space Station with that early cap. Control the pace now. They can hold the 50-yard line if they want to. Frosty! Oh, that's... Bullet in the top of the head is almost worse than the front, I feel.
It is. I think it's even more painful to just see that angle just absolutely coming in from the heavens. Now Repulse in the hands of Royal 2. We'll see what he could do. Does have Snakebite down, so needs to play this a little bit slowly. Looks like he's going to Repulse up to top mid to try to get an angle.
SSG trying to apply some pressure here. Out inside the base once more. He's going to pull that flag to the back of the base. Interesting to see what the play call was. Maybe trying to run it into the basement and cut across to the front base. But Renegade's got the sniper rifle in his hands now. Royal 2. I'm going to play a little bit of defense. Renegade looking for some picks, but every time that you see a sniper rifle, or a player I should say, with the sniper rifle in their hands, you see the kill feed light up in the side of SSG, so they've got to be careful here. Stella's got it on the other side of the map.
The shot from Renegade to make sure to get back in the base. clear that out before he pushes out, so that flag will now be reset. I think one thing we got to point out too, as the battle for top mid just continues, the way that Penguin played that first pull, let's not forget he was sniping on the back stairs as Bound starts another run as well with a beautiful grapple run as he's able to get around the corner right away, and then, oh my goodness, just elegantly avoid grenades. He will eventually fall on the engine. 3 still dead. Snakebite cannot get the kill. He cannot finish it. That flag will go very far as a result. And guess what? Penguin's there for the air cover. This flag will go home.
Yeah, this is a cap, and it's Penguin again. So it's such a good series, such a good day of Halo. SSG off the back of the Bound play with the grapple. And it all, again, the butterfly effect. Renegade challenges with that sniper rifle, throws what he thought was a frag grenade, ends up being a plasma grenade. That gets him stuck in a position where he can't escape. From there, Bound wraps through with that grapple. Great run from him. And then backed up by the Penguin plays, but it's just a bit, I want to say a little bit kind of off from FaZe, a little bit kind of sloppy.
I agree. It feels one step behind the pace. I think Space Station is just creating such a pace in these games that is very difficult to compete with, and that's why they are not only within the top 3, but always in the conversation for the best team in the world. I think they're reminding us of that, especially for anyone who's forgotten. Not only are they a top 3 caliber team, but they're here to win tournaments. And right now, not only 1 game away, but only about 6 minutes max away from maybe doing that here in this very game.
Well, 2 dead here for Space Station. Royal 2 has the camouflage as well, and we all know that if you have the opportunity to get into the base, you can start that camo run where you can hold that flag and be completely masked from everybody in the opposition team. The problem is, Frosty's just gone down. I've got no idea where he is. Bound is going to bait him out, and the camo is useless again. SSG play cool to sit in the base, get some eyes on angles, and they play it perfectly once more.
That is a classic castle defense from SSG. They just sit inside the castle walls. They get angles on the top of the towers, and they're able to still control their base. They neutralize the camo. Bound also still sniping. Of course, he hits this shot as well for the double.
Kill.
We'll be looking for more as well. Frosty's going to be challenging. Renegade takes him down, but Penguin's there to beat Frosty into the dirt for a few seconds himself. Penguin continues what has been an insane series and performance from him with a little double kill as a little gift to himself. He's out of 15 and 9 right now, leading the lobby in kills and just looking like an absolute monster.
And while we finally see a battle here for top mid and Sue, we finally have a moment to think about those 2 caps that we fought from SSG. In both of the caps, it was Penguin sniping into the base, taking pretty creative angles. For example, on the first flag cap, he actually sits backstairs and he watches elbow side, hits the body shots he needed, and that's how that flag run started. And it was instrumental in both of the flag runs, Penguin sniping, and now they will lead by 2. And with only 4.5 left on Argyle, that's quite a lead.
There's a chance maybe if Snakebite can get around this corner for a flag to be at least run here by FaZe. Hound trapped at the back of the base. Snakebite picks up 2 as well as keeping moving with that flag. And all of a sudden, this is looking like it might be a 1 flag game. Opportunity with the grapple though, maybe to cut this ground, but Renegade is there to slow down the push.
Great play there from Renegade to shut that down. Just like you said, that's still 2 dead. This flag will go in as well. It's going to be Frosty pushing out for someone else to cap that flag so that he can hold this engine angle, like what I'm seeing here. Flag still not cap. Spawner should be coming any moment. They will finally get there. Snakebite goes in late. Does not get the cap yet. It's still on the stand.
Yeah, sometimes you just overthinking things. Just cap the flag. Snakebite hits the slide and will finally put that one home, but Halo can be a simple game sometimes. Bound explaining that with a sniper rifle bullet.
And I tell you what, this camo's up here. As FaZe undoubtedly needed that cap, right? If that flag goes back home, that really would have been curtains on this match, without a doubt. 3:21 left, now only down by 1 flag. The question for me is not do they have the skill to get this cap, but do they have the mental fortitude? Down 3-0 in the series, down by a cap, 3 minutes left. They need to get this flag on the board, backs against the walls.
Another camo wasted as well. Positioning not great from Renegade. Just sat down top middle. I mean, if you don't know where camo is, the first place you're going to look is top middle. And Bound just continuing to impress here. Some of the shots he's hit today have been pretty outstanding. There's another cleanup onto Snakebite. You know he's re-challenging.
Stays alive as well. And Bound is just, when you watch his POV, and the same can be said about Renegade on both sides of the stage, it is just so obnoxious to think about playing against. The way that they move around the map, and Bound has done that time and time again this series and this tournament, and everyone on the team looking so good. Stellar's 20 and 12, Penguins 17 and 14, just huge numbers here. 2.5 left. Space Station still leading by 1.
I always say, like, the way that Bound moves around the map, and I'm talking about the way that he kind of snaps into slides, that he whips that sniper rifle. It does look like sometimes he's playing on mouse and keyboard. He's got that kind of almost the whole arm to play with, to use the meme, but it's kind of very obvious when you're watching Bound POV, the way that he moves, he places his reticle, and he's kind of whipping that battle rifle and sniper around, and he's just so accurate by doing it as well.
Look at SSG just sitting back of the base. It's so obnoxious, to be honest. It's exactly what you need to do. It's obnoxious Halo sitting on the back ramp. It's so hard to push into a base, especially on Argyle, where you have 2 players sitting on the back ramp, and they know exactly how much time is left on the clock. There's 143 remaining before they can call themselves a clean sweep champion. They're going to hold the line here in the back of the base.
2 full, though. They have a camo once more. This time it's Snakebite who has the camo. Now, can the General do something here? Frosty cleans up the kill. Penguin going to be last alive in the back of the base. Should be able to clean this one up as well. The flag should be moving. Penguin stays alive for a few moments, maybe longer than he should. He's going to have maybe an angle behind the flag runner. Frosty deals with him, though. Where is that flag, though? Stella spawns out on the top of engine. They've got to deal with him. They've got to take him down quickly. Otherwise, this last chance to cap a flag might disappear.
Yeah, flag not as far as they would have liked. However, with this being the game tying flag, they can take their time as long as they make sure to execute here. Bound gets another kill from the engine. This might be the run dead.
Roll up to Royal 2. Royal 2 is going to fall as well, and it was on the shoulders of Bound to do what he could, but the flag is done. Out. A touch again. A touch comes in from Renegade.
Somehow Renegade
this one through the screens.
Somehow he stays alive. He's the last man. All players are alive, though. Where is the team shot coming in? Here it is. It does melt. It's a team shot across the map to stop the flag at S2.
Royal 2 sat up in the base. He's saying, if you want to stop this flag, you're going to have to go through me.
Oh.
Eco says, okay, he takes him down. And now on the flank, it's going to be Renegade. The flag gets in the base. FaZe are going to tie this game up with 15 or so seconds left on the game clock. I mean, again, it wasn't pretty, but they get it done.
They get it done here. 10 seconds left in regulation. And my God, backs against the wall. Kills traded out at the engine. You thought Bound might have it in the end. However, Renegade gets those last kills and gets a touch right before the flag is returned. And it will be a tie as we will head to overtime.
Overtime it is, and it's off the back of the Snakebite camo play that FaZe send us here. They were down 2-0. They left it late, but at least they showed something. SSG now, how do you respond to that? All could be forgotten about with a quick cap in the first minute or so in overtime.
Maybe the burst of momentum that FaZe needed. You never count a team like this out. Brainer comes in from across the map. But you really can never count out FaZe. SSG knows that. Maybe a little bit of momentum here for the side of FaZe Clan as they somehow get that last cap. And as neutral fans of competitive Halo, we love to see it. Forcing this series just a little bit longer. Still a 3-0 lead though for Space Station. They're going to look for a cap within this within these 4 minutes and 24 seconds.
Camo here for Penguin. First camo could be the only camo if he plays this one right. Information that he's given out is being cleaned up immediately as well. He still knows where Royal 2's position is. He had that sniper rifle. Now he's going to challenge. And Penguin, again, is the catalyst who lights the fire for SSG. He's going to be there to protect his teammate as well. Takes down Frosty in the back of the base. Eco gets around the corner. Penguin,
no!
Oh my God, has just won the game. Surely with that snipe.
Unbelievable. You thought he might do it. The fadeaway jumper off the map. Penguin hits the shot on the way down.
Eco throws this one towards his base. Stella just watching all of the carnage unfold, but he's got some work to do here. Frosty's still alive. Frosty might be able to make a play. Penguin's going to be in a 1v1 with Frosty. Renegade is there. The flag's being run in. Penguin, he might have slowed it down for long enough for them to get the cap, and he has. Space Station will win it here 3-2 in overtime, but most importantly, will win our grand finals here in a 4-0 fashion.
Wow.